Hi, my name's Sharon Pederson, and this video is all about Sensational Sashiko. The hardest part about it, of course, is actually saying that. But what I'm going to do is show you how easy it is to take a traditional hand technique and do it on your sewing machine. I've got the machine set up to do some sashiko stitching, so that means I have the heavyweight white thread in the needle, and because we're using such a heavyweight thread, we do need a large needle, and my choice is the 116 top stitching needle. And again, to achieve the look of that long top stitch and short understitch that is accomplished if you do it by hand, to do that on a machine, what you do is you match your bobbin thread to your background fabric. So this navy blue thread will separate the white thread into a recognizable stitch. Now I have my walking foot on the machine because we have batting here in between the top and back fabrics. So we're working on a quilt, we need our walking foot on. Now my first job here is to choose a stitch length that I find pleasing, because there is no right or wrong stitch length. And when you turn your machine on, the default stitch is usually around 2.5. So what I do is I bump it up to 3, and that's my starting off point. Usually it ends up being quite a pleasing length, so that's what I have the machine set to do. My first little stitching here will be just to establish the stitch quality, so that will be tension, and also to see if I like that stitch length. The wall hanging. I've used my scanner and have scanned the applique images on the red and black beauty quilt into my computer as JPEG files. I now want to bring them into the sketchbook. Go back to the library menu and choose Photo Library. A new menu appears. Click on the Import tab and choose From Image Files. The image files I'm looking for appear. Hold down the Control key and select the images one at a time. Now that you're comfortable with introducing photographs into your quilts and working with layer 3 and stencils, I'm going to show you what happens when you start to play. I wanted to design some table runners, and of course it's almost like eating peanuts, isn't it? Once you get started, you can't stop. So here are some of the ones that I designed, and you can take some ideas from this, or of course always go off on your own. You recognize these images, I'm sure, from the wall hanging, but I wanted to see what they would look like in a table runner. I'm always thinking about reversible, the reversible option, if you want to think of it that way. And so quite often when I design a table runner, I'll immediately think, what would it look like if I put another color on the other side? So this one I thought would look beautiful in red, but on the other side I gave it a Christmas look. Welcome to the trunk show for Sensational Sashiko. We're going to start off with two little samples that I made for the classes that I've taught in both Sashiko and also the Japanese family crests. And the first one has a crane on it, which is a very important symbol in Japanese art. Before I appliqued the crane onto the navy blue fabric, I did the Sashiko stitch on it through just a single layer of fabric. Then I did the applique on top, and I think you'll agree it makes a lot of sense to do the applique after the sashiko, or you would be constantly stopping and starting and stopping and starting and having to tie off your threads. So it was a simpler thing to do, to prepare the navy blue fabric with the sashiko stitch before doing the applique. Hello. Nope, don't like that one. Hello. Hi. What? Sashiko is a traditional Japanese fiber art that has very humble oranges.
Oranges?
Oranges, yes.
Humble oranges.
I think we might as well break for lunch now.
And we will eat humble oranges.
Oh,